Okay, I'm going with the lean, but the wind, I'm going against the wind though, and the pad is directly below the tree here, so don't want it to break off down the hill. Not likely to, but it's gotta be careful. Okay, there she goes. Nice. That was an easy one. There's the pad right there. I could hold the wood all the way across. Beauty. Rain's starting to pick up though. Looks like it's gonna be wet for the rest of the day. Yeah. And then I got these two here leaning this way too. I just don't want them to roll down onto the pad. I got, well, these two stumps here, they're fairly high. And then this, I'll probably end up dropping this cat, but I got these two stumps are high. I got that stump right there. Although it's not, it's high, but it could, the log could easily bounce over that, eh? So I'm still kind of worried about it. I should probably go move that spare power head right in the high side of that stump right by the pad. That'd be an expensive day if I smashed my partner's saw and the pad. Yeah. Okay, anyways. I'll go buck that one and then I'll see you guys at this tree here. Yeah, we've got some cloud coming this way. Big fog bank coming right towards me. Just a thin layer. I don't think it's not gonna stick around. It's gonna go right up the hill above me, I think. Or come right up this valley here. That's the end of the valley right there. Just a short little steep valley right here. That's the junction of 3 valleys. Well, 4 actually, if you count this little one. So the main valley goes out the ocean, this little valley here. And we got this other valley that wraps around the mountain there. So there's 3. And then looking straight ahead of me is the 4th valley. That's how we get out of camp. I go out that way. Yeah. Hey, you can see, look at it. It's already starting to work this way now. And it's starting to get bright. It's teasing us. It's threatening to rain, but then get a little bit of drizzle and then it stops. Now it's getting bright. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but those clouds up there, I can tell they're moving quite fast this way. And then this cloud fog bank down here is wrapping around the valley and coming up here. I should do a time lapse. Yeah. I only got 1 tripod though. I got a backup tripod at camp. I'll bring that tomorrow. Maybe I will do a time lapse, a good hour or so. Once I get into some smaller garbage wood, I'll do time lapse, I think. It's just moving so fast. It looks so good on a time lapse. Okay, back to work. Okay, look at this one. It's all rotted out in the middle. It's a hemlock. So I can only put my undercut, right here. And if you look up, it's got a good lean to the left. So I can't throw it to the right because there's no holding wood there for me to put my undercut on this side. So I got to put my undercut on this side. And it just so happens the pad's right there. I'm kind of worried it's going to bounce off of this ridge and roll down to the pad. But I don't know if you can see it, but right there I got a really high stump. So if I brush just the edge of these branches, get it right in there, hook it on the high side of that stump, and I think it'll be okay. I do have a backup stump down there, but it's not that high, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna chance it. And then that way I can throw these 2 cedars up high, try and hook them up on the high side of this high stump. Won't be able to throw them. If I make this a high stump, I don't think I'll get it above this one. Yeah, that's okay. I got this high stump here. So let's chance it. I think it'll be okay. That was close. That was close. I brushed those branches are pretty good, but I almost bounced off those branches and went below that stump. Almost did. Hooked in just in the high side of it. Worked out great. Look at that, see? Just in the high side of it. Oh, that worked out great. Okay. Okay. This one's got cat face and high side too, and this one's also directly above the pad. Man, all the sketchy ones are right above the pad. So try and swing it above this last one here, the hemlock. And it's not that big, but it's kind of leaning my favor a little bit. But not so much exactly where we want to put it, to hook it in above that high stump there. Another risky one. See what we can do. Yeah, I think I'll put my rash guard on after this tree here. Getting a little wet. Okay, so I had to make my undercut fairly small. Oh, garbage. Maybe the engineers, whoever painted this tree, that's some garbage there in the cat face. Okay, I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna make a small undercut because I don't want my holding wood to be in the rotten spot of the tree there. Oh, just made it. Man, I'm doing good today. Wow, everything's working out great. Just hooked it in the high side of that stump. Man, I'm gonna roll. Yeah, see, if I went any more, and the cut was here, if I went any more, my holding would have been all rotten. It might have broken off down the hill and hit the pad. I'll go put my rash guard on, then I'll go limb that, and then I'll go follow this one next. Yeah, it's a pretty good size, this one here. I'll see you guys there in a little bit. Okay, this one prepped, ready to go. I was gonna see if I could throw it this way, but it's just got too much lean to the right, so I gotta throw it to the right, which means I gotta risk throwing it above the pad again. If I threw it this way, they wouldn't have to worry about hitting the pad, but it's just, they got this cat face here, so it limits where I put my undercut. And it's just leaning just too much this way. My undercut wouldn't be big enough, and I'd be wedging my guts out here trying to get it to go to the left. So I'm gonna throw it this way. I might still need to wedge it because I want to throw it up high. I want to throw it like right up into here. Try to throw it up as high as I can here. And yeah, if I can throw it right into here, I think that'll work out quite well. I think it'll just stay right in here. I can lock it in above that high stump just over there. Yeah, but I kind of, as far as I can go is probably like right here, So that way this section right here will be my holding wood, because I can't go any farther because of the cat face right there, so I have to stop right about here. Oh man, aim it. Yeah, undercut's still going to be a bit small, because if I aim it there, and that way the bar is going to be out this direction, so might be a bit of wedging. And I got the wind against me. The wind's blowing against the direction of the way I'm following this tree, so that'll have a factor in probably how much wedging I'll be doing. But hopefully that lean will take it. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, not that big of undercut. Oh, partner's calling me. Yeah, go ahead. How close are you going to get to where I am there? Okay, yeah, I'm right above the pad. I'm just going to start the back cut, and then I'll start moving away. That way there's no conflict. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so my partner gave me a heads up. He's got about one tank, roughly half hour before he's going to be needing to move into here, because he's reached the back line in one section there, and the other section is just too far away. It goes around the hillside there, so he's gonna work this way, and I got a real long face here, so he's gonna jump in here, and I'm gonna jump way over the far side there, or I might go halfway along the face and start there and then work to the far side. Yeah, because I do have a big snag over there I gotta go get once I go back over there. Yeah, so after I get this tree down and bucked, then yeah, I'll be moving that way. wind is going against me. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. really fighting this wind. Oh man, it's picking up now. It's getting windier. We're making progress. We're getting there. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, I forgot to turn the camera back on. Well, there it is, right down there. All that, and I missed the money shot. I missed it. I was trying to save on battery and memory, and I missed it. Oh well, I guess you guys missed that one. I think I'll get that big snag next. I'll turn the cam back on for the big snag, so I'll see you guys over there. I get soaked. My legs are getting wet. But if I put my rain pants on, it'll still be warm. Turning out to be a miserable day. Although I did come prepared. Got on my rain gear and I got my thermos. And today is actually the first day I got my thermos since spring. And it's a good thing too. It's a miserable day. Okay, see you in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Wow, swung on that right side hill. Wood is quite solid. That's a beauty looking stump. Man, that worked out quite well. Yeah, that's a lot of good wood there. I can buck some logs off of that, even though it's dead. I'm amazed at how well I swung a side like that. It worked out pretty good. That is a huge one. This has got to be 8 feet. Yeah, you're all good. I just grabbed the snag, and then once I get that bucked, I'm going to be jumping even farther away. Okay, perfect. And my partner, the farthest tree over there, that's the, we call it the low point, but it's right on the ridge there. He's going to be jumping into that spot. Not right there, but just right in that general area. But he's got a few more trees to get, and then he's jumping over there. And by that time, I'll be way over that way once I get this thing back. But yeah, there's a couple other guys. See that mountain over there? The other side of that mountain over there. Oh, pardon me, no. Over here. Yeah, so the other side of that mountain. There's another little valley. And then the next mountain top there. Yeah, that's right. There's another little valley. And then there's another mountain top on that far side. And that's where the riggers are on a block on my last shift. So my last couple videos, my last 10 videos was over there. And they got blown out. It was too windy over there because the 61 is flying. The big helicopter lifts the logs off at the hill, flies them down the road. They're blown out. And weather and wind. And then there's some archaeologists in the area, and they're heading to the pad. I don't know what the story is with that. I'm just here on the radio. I got a speaker on my headphone here, or I mean in my muff. Yeah, and there's no engineers in camp right now because there's no room. The heli crew is taking up all the rooms. We're the only 2 followers here in camp, and next week there's 3 more followers coming in, and there are going to be a couple of guys are going to be coming into here, which gives us a week to make the face longer. Because right now it's kind of staggered, so it gives us a week to make the face longer. And I think there's another block up the valley here that needs to be finished. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta get back to work. The longer I stand around, the colder I get. I'm soaked right now, so it's starting to cool down. So I'll go buck that one. And yeah, this one here is like, it's gotta be a good 8 feet across. The big one, it's a big cedar. But what makes it so big at the butt is the flare, eh? But it is still a big one. It looks like it's sitting that way and down the hill a little bit. That won't be till a day or 2. I don't even know if I'll get it. I may be way over there by the time this tree goes. My partner might get this one. We'll see. Who knows? But yeah, okay. See you next one. Well, it's about an hour and a half to quitting time, but we're going to call it early because the weather is getting worse. We're going to call it before the chopper can't get to us, but I'll show you. It's just a big wall of white over there. The ceiling's dropped. You can't see the valley bottom anymore. The pilot could probably fly through some of this fog, skimming along the top of the treetops there to get to our valley. But if she has to do that, then it's already too close. We should call it. We should stop if it gets to that, and then it has. So even though I can see down our little valley here, the pilot can't even, it's questionable if the pilot can even get to our valley, let alone up the hill, which we can get up the hill from there, but I just see a big wall of white that's working this way, so we better call it now while we can still get flown off, because if we wait until it's too late, and then we gotta hike all the way down the valley bottom, across the valley, across the river, and up to the road. But my plan is, if we do end up one day having to hike out, I'm going to pack my saw down there, and at the old road down at the valley bottom, at a junction or a landing, clear all the alders so we can have a backup heli ground pad. So if it happens again next time, because we've got a lot of cutting here, we're going to be here for a while yet, and coming into the fall here, Yeah, weather's gonna get worse. It's that time of year where we get lots of rain. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the pilot's already waiting. We told her to give us 10 minutes. That was 5 minutes ago. I gotta pick up the pace here. I think she's just gonna idle at camp, waiting for us. But I'm just soaked. I got a waterproof windbreaker, if that's such a thing. Underneath this high-vis windbreaker. It's got 2 windbreakers. I'm actually quite warm. Oh, I'm running out of memory here. Something's flashed on the screen. I think I'm running out of memory. Or battery. Or turn the camera on. What's going on here? I can't read that. The writing's too small. Anyway. There's that fur. I fell. There's something there. Alright. Guess I'll see you guys next video. If the camera cuts off all of a sudden. I think I'm almost out of battery. Yeah, my partner's right. Oh, yeah, there. There's my partner. Yeah, I can just make out the valley bottom, but it's pretty questionable. That's where I was working. Wow, at the end of the day, just spent first half of the day right here. Yeah. Okay, see you guys later. Try to get the shot of the helicopter landed. Well, it's about, I don't know, what time is it anyways? It's 4:30, and the weather has just gotten worse. We're actually already rained out for tomorrow, so we're not working tomorrow. We already got too much rain. Let me, I got my my thermos water bottle, my electrolytes, international coffee, and a whole bunch of tea. Let's open this window up so you can see how bad it is. It's brutal. Look at that. Rain's going sideways. It is howling out there right now. And that far ridge is where we're working. I almost see our cut block over there. Yeah, I almost see our cut block. Or probably right elevation right around there somewhere. That's where we're working. It's a far ridge over there.